immediately begin with the executive mayor in expediting service delivery and turning the fortunes of the city around, which includes improving governance. I end there. Thank you.
Well,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are now going to get to quick questions. I'm going to be taking hands on any questions. Just a quick introduction of who I am. I'm the regional spokesperson of the ANC in Greater Tshwane region. I'm going to be taking hands and you're going to shoot your quick questions just before we head out to council. Tabiso Goba, number one.
Yeah. Gosnati Shah's Power FM.
Gosnati Power FM. Any other hands? Any other hands? Going once. I've got 3 hands and I will allow those hands in that order. Tabiso, go ahead. Take a shot.
Tabiso Goba from Highwood. In terms of the presentation that the ANC in Tshwane and the ANC are taking to the NWC, did that presentation include an ANC mayor, or was it always going to be an Action SA mayor?
Gosnati Shah's Power FM News. My question is directed to Action SA leader. With the ANC and Action SA now establishing a strong partnership, will we see this heading into national in terms of potentially Action SA joining the GNU or joining other agreements on a national level?
I just want to ask, is this going to be a secret ballot or open election?
All right, thank you. On the first question, leadership, you may start fielding the questions. There's one that is generic from Tabiso. There's the one that is specific to Ndadema Shaba. And then there's another last one which I think the leadership can field, the third question. I'll allow for answers now.
All right, thank you very much. With respect to the question from Eyewitness News, I must say it was not a difficult decision by the National Working Committee to arrive at what we are presenting today. The main focus of the National Working Committee of
on the basis of that, the issue of Action SA presenting its argument for leadership in this municipality also occurred. But because we work with national leadership, we took the request of Action SA to our national leadership. And Comrade Mehlengi has just explained that it was not a difficult decision to accept, but it was very important to emphasize that the ANC still remains the party with the highest number of councillors, that the ANC still remains the party that leads majority of wards, and that it's very important that even we concede, because the ANC is open-minded in its approach of building partnership. We are the only party that listens. We don't want to bulldoze anyone, bully anyone. We really believe that it's very important when established a government of any form of unity, the other parties are given a hearing. And we're convinced by the presentation of Action SA on the caliber of leadership, the importance of gender parity, but most importantly, that must be led by people with credentials, and that there must be continuity in this municipality. You can't just bring a complete new person when we have almost 18 months or 17 months to go to elections. In the short stint that she has acted, she has demonstrated capabilities to drive this municipality. And we can't therefore be blindfolded by political affiliation. We want the interest of the people of Tshwane. We want stability in this municipality. We want this municipality to link up with provincial government and national government, which is something that was then not happening in this municipality. So to be persuaded by one political party amongst the political parties work with, demonstrate the openness and open-mindedness of the African National Congress. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. Nosip. I want to also thank the leadership, Dr. Nasip Amoya, and thank the leadership of Action SA for putting the interest of our people above party political interest and nominating a candidate that we believe is a candidate that will represent and unite all of us. I'll hand over to you for the last question.
Thank you very much, Premier, and the ANC national leadership. EFF and all the other parties really on this 2 months of protracted, really very difficult negotiations. Negotiations actually with a huge public attack and insults against us. But I'm really glad that last night we triumphed as people of South Africa. I think the Premier and I, we were the two most attacked individuals, but I think sense prevailed. We kept our cool. We did not allow the insults and the divisions which were directed us to distract us from what we already wanted to achieve. And I'm sure all of you are aware, I've got an experience of running a coalition coming from the business sector. When I took over the job, I had no idea what the mayor does at the time. And I was given the responsibility to run a municipality with the dependence of the EFF at the time, because we needed the EFF to really be able to do, to be able to pass reports in council. And I can assure you, and I'm on record when I had a press conference when I resigned, that in the 3 years as a mayor, 3 years as a mayor, I'm on record on that, that the EFF were the most supportive of all the parties in the coalition arrangement that I had. In the 3 years I operated with the EFF, not a single EFF senior official or the leader, and I had numerous engagements with them in that regard, never came to my house or in any of the discussions talked to us about tenders or any issue related to corruption. That I'm on record on that. I don't know if EFF can contradict us otherwise. But I can't say the same thing about the parties that went on this massive campaign to discredit us, that our involvement with the EFF is a doomsday to coalition. I can assure you, since 2016 working with other parties on a coalition basis, I've never found parties that are willing to listen and listen with the interest of South Africa at heart, because that is the position of Action SA. What we are doing, we're doing it for people of Tshwane, we're doing it for South Africa, we're doing it for our communities in the townships, informal settlements, for them to really be able to access services of government that they deserve. But that does not really mean that we are going to ignore other communities. I think when you're in government, you have a constitutional responsibility to service everybody, those who voted for you and those who did not. And I think that is one thing that I think the partners here today who are going to vote Dr. Moya into office, we are giving that commitment that service delivery is going to be directed to all the communities in the city of Tshwane. And obviously, Power FM wanted to find out whether this relationship will extend to other spheres of government. I would really request that, the success of negotiations of this nature would really require that we be given space.
Yep.
If I would really request. So I would really request that you really give us the space. Let us deliver Tshwane and ensure that residents of Tshwane get the services that they deserve and turn this city around. Personally, I've looked at the issues Tshwane is facing, and I'm totally convinced under the leadership of Dr. Moya that this city can be turned around. She will shortly in the coming days, be able to unpack what are the issues so that when you hold the accountable, hold their own facts, not on headline news. Not on headline news, on real issue. So this city can really be turned around. And the beauty about it is that with the ANC as the lead party in these negotiations, in this relationship, very supportive from national, provincial, and regional structures here in Tshwane. We can only, as Action SA, give that commitment. And I think our colleagues from the EFF, I've got personal experience working with them. So I think this is really a walk in the park as far as I'm concerned. Thank you so much. I think give us the space on the future.
The secret ballot.
Just to clarify on the question, it's going to be by secret ballot. It's legislated as such. Just the last bite we're going to take, colleagues, is of the incoming executive mayor, Dr. Nasipi Moya, just to give us a sound bite or two on the issues. Unfortunately, we are running out of time. I would have loved to.
Thank you so much. I just want to know, since Dr. Moya, you are now currently occupying the position of Deputy Executive Mayor, who is going to fill that position of Deputy Mayor, but also give us an understanding of how the Mayoral Executive Committee is going to look like, seeing that there are various committees.
That's not that will be responded to by the
That question will be referred by ANC national leadership.
Just before that, we just need to respond to that question. The question, Mloko, requires that we elect the mayor and that the parties that have signed on and agreed to cooperate get into a discussion about the deputy mayor, about the legislative arm of the city of Tshwane, and about MMC positions. Yeah. So there will be a conversation, and I'm sure in due course you will get a public announcement from this office. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, the leadership of the different political parties, my fellow councillors and the members of the media, and I see some officials. Good morning. I'm going to be very brief. I thought the benefit of having your leaders here is that you say nothing, but I will say something. First of all, I don't know how to express my gratitude for the confidence you're showing in me. It's one thing that your party expresses confidence in you because they know you, they work with you every day. They had to do vetting before they endorse you, but to get the overwhelming support of members of other political parties, personally, that means a lot to me. It's an honor that I will never take for granted. Secondly, leadership of parties that are outside our council. 9 months ago, I gave a speech because my party, when I came in as a deputy executive mayor, gave me a mandate and said, go in there and serve communities. My provincial chair told me not to do less of the high heels and more of the safety boots. I took that mandate. I went to communities in Tshwane. There's no ward councillor that has ever turned me back. We served along each other. We have helped each other. We got frustrated because we don't have resources. But one thing that was important to me, especially to the members of the council, was that I was with them, but not for us, not for our friendship, but for the residents of the city. The past 2 weeks, I've complained and said this thing is hard. It's not easy to govern, but I've worked with ward councillors. We had crisis after crisis the past 2 weeks, but you have not read that there was a crisis in the city of Tshwane because of the level of collegiality that I'm getting for mostly ANC councillors. So for me, I'm saying, colleagues, we will continue the work that we have been doing. We've been working very well with each other when there was no agreement or coalition arrangement in place. There's nothing that will make us stop now. The leadership will leave us alone here, and we'll have to make this thing work so that people don't laugh at us and say, we told you you're going to fail. Thank you so much.
Last by leadership. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm taking down.
Oh, that's fine. Sorry. Welcome.